Ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly pleased to address you at this annual conference of your association EURASCE today. The fact that you meet in Croatia makes this conference even more special, bearing in mind the country's upcoming accession to the European Union, which has been a major preoccupation of mine for a long time. Chairing now the Commission on Culture and Education in the European Parliament, I am fully aware of the importance of innovation and the current challenges concerning employability and education. Acknowledging that the European Union has only supporting competences in this field, I would like to stress that it has nevertheless shown strong commitment in the education sector through various strategies and programs. We are currently working on the legal basis of the next generation of the EU educational program in order to meet the ambitious targets set in Europe 2020 strategy. Rethinking education sets a framework for future reforms. Through programs on which the EU institutions are currently debating upon, such as Erasmus, the EU supports not only the mobility of students and staff, but also promotes cooperation between higher education institutions and enterprises. Our goal is, inter alia, to enhance the contribution of higher education to this process of innovation. For instance, via Horizon 2020, the Commission has foreseen to provide 80 billion euros for innovation and research. This should lead to further growth and more jobs. 35% of the jobs in Europe are estimated to require high qualification by 2020. Therefore, the tertiary education needs to respond to this demand by developing employable skills and competencies in entrepreneurship. The EU programs aim to foster debates between stakeholders and to facilitate cooperation on educational purposes between the member states. Let me wish you a fruitful conference and encourage further steps taken by your association towards broader international cooperation in the field of higher education.
The skills that education systems pass on to young people are vital to all of us, both in terms of employability and innovation. We know that across Europe we are taking measures to improve and increase employment, particularly among young people, where we have the Youth Guarantee Scheme, which will give some money towards employing young people. And we are taking serious measures to increase innovation so that we can, in the EU and across Europe, compete with emerging economies. But we still have a long way to go. Across the EU, 22% of young people are unemployed, and obviously we need to do something about that. We also need to address the gender disparity in STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, where there are far more boys and young men doing these subjects than young women. So there is very much for us to do. And one of the things which can contribute to what needs to be done is the Erasmus and the YES programme and the other mobility programmes, which allow students to undertake education in other parts of the European Union and improve their language skills. So I'm very pleased that we're looking at giving more money to Erasmus and the other programmes, and I look forward to Europe, if not leading the way, at least making a major contribution to innovation in the future.
Hello, my name is Philippe de Backer. I'm a member of the European Parliament for the Liberal Group, and I'm very delighted to be able to give this small speech to you at this conference of EURASCE. I think the European Union has been long committed to developing the knowledge triangle that you are discussing right now at your conference. I think it is truly important that we as Europeans understand that the future lies in innovation, developing the knowledge of our students and also making sure that they find the right employment afterwards. Especially during these times of crisis, it is important that we provide our young people with skills in order to function of the society of tomorrow. I myself have a PhD in biotechnology and have been active in the venture capital sector before joining the European Parliament. And I bring this expertise also to my work in the Parliament. I do understand that Europe needs to invest through its programs like Horizon 2020 in developing the necessary innovative new products of the future. It is also important that we make sure that we bring these new innovations to the market and that we continue collaborating also with companies, with universities, with research centers in order to make sure that we keep innovating and that we keep on top of the economic game that we are playing. It is crucial also that we make sure that these links keep in place and that also we find the right access to finance for these programs, both from the European level but also from private investors, to make sure that young people who are active in these sectors can later find employment in new SME startups, which will grow, if we do it right, to the next multinationals of the 21st centuries. And I hope that we as European Parliament stay committed to this course. And this is my message to you. Me, as a member of the European Parliament, we will do everything to make sure that we provide adequate finance for innovation, for research, and also to provide adequate employment for young people in the future.
Good morning. Education and training are prerequisites for the well-functioning of the knowledge society, and they play a key role in boosting growth and jobs. However, it is necessary an in-depth restructuring and modernization of the education, research, and innovation systems in order to face global competition. The European Union has a catalytic role by providing political impetus and target funding in supporting of reform and modernization of the higher education and research systems in Europe. In my quality of member of the Committee on Industry, Research and Energy at the European Parliament, I was appointed as rapporteur for the specific program implementing Horizon 2020. Horizon 2020 is a key instrument in the European research and innovation policy. This program is the most important financing tool that exists in the EU for innovation and research. The program aims at coupling research with innovation by turning scientific breakthroughs into innovative products whilst addressing societal challenge. This will enable Horizon 2020 to meet the needs of companies, universities and research institutes in terms of a simplified access to financial support. To achieve these goals, the program identifies 3 priorities: excellent science, industrial leadership, and societal challenge, each of which are divided into a number of objectives and activities. Cooperation between universities and enterprises needs to be intensified at national and regional level, as well as geared more effectively towards innovation, the startup of new companies, and more generally, the transfer and dissemination of knowledge. From a competitiveness perspective, it is vital that knowledge flows from universities into the business and society. The European Institute of Innovation and Technology, which is now part of Horizon 2020, should be seen as a reference model to inspire change, and it is an example of a knowledge triangle that brings together education, research and innovation. This will increase European sustainable growth and competitiveness by reinforcing the innovation capacity of the European Union. I have appreciated your invitation for participating in the EuroAsh annual conference, and I regret that I cannot be with you due to my commitments in Brussels. I wish you a fruitful discussion and a pleasant stay in the beautiful city of Split. Thank you very much.